The scenery outside reminds me of my pride, reminds me of my will. At the windowsill, I sit and see the grays, the children they all play and laugh amongst themselves. Somehow remind me of myself on the merry-go-round.
What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Trev. I have been not wanting to make this video for a long time because I know that there are some people who I'm actually close to who are going to not like it. I don't know if anybody will be mad at me because I think everybody knows that I go my own way. I give my opinions whether people agree or don't agree. But I think that some people might be disappointed and just really disagree with what I'm going to say. And the subject that I want to bring up is Terra Classic, LUNC, and burning. It's a hot topic, right? It's been a hot topic since the ethos of Terra Classic, right? Because, all right, so different perspectives. People who are for burns, people who are pushing that narrative that we need to burn now, we need to burn a lot, and that priority should be given to burns maybe over anything else right now, right? That burns should be the top of the totem pole. It's totally understandable why anybody would feel that way. Terra Classic, before it was Terra Classic, was Terra Luna. And Terra Luna was worth, over $100, between $80, $90, $100 and, into the teens or whatever, right? And it had considerably less supply than it has right now. So what made the price drop down to like sub a penny was this hyperinflationary event, this depegging that dropped the price. And so it seems very logical to say, well, if we got rid of that supply, we would bring the price back somewhere close to maybe where it was anyway, right? I think what a lot of people don't remember is that Terra Luna had a job, right? It had a good job. It had a very serious use case. It maintained the peg of UST to $1. And so it would mint, it would burn, it would do different things, right? But it had a job, right? Right now, Terra Classic, LUNC, doesn't have a job. So here's the thing. People who don't believe in burns, or not, I can't even say that. Everybody understands that we do need to reduce the supply. I don't think anybody argues with that. But people who do not place a priority on burning right now, this is primarily the reason that they give, and there might be a couple different reasons, right? But the main reason is this. If you concentrate on burns first, right, reducing the supply, like let's say that tomorrow we found a way to really reduce a crap load of the supply, right? 50, 75%, 80% of the supply. We found a way to do that. Would the price go up? Well, supply and demand tells us that the price probably would go up and might go up really fast, right? Where it would go to, not sure, okay? But it would probably go up. The problem here is this. The price would go up. Everybody would be happy. Everybody would take profits. A lot of millionaires might be made. And then the price would tank. It would go back down, right? It would pump. And then it would dump. And once it dumps, what is left if the supply is gone and it has no use case, it has no utility, what is left to ever bring that price back up? So the concept of let's burn should be a priority. Let's burn now. If we burn first, then DApps will want to come. It really just doesn't make any sense. That is I'm sorry, I know a lot of people are going to get pissed off at me for saying this. That is a very moon boy mentality, right? Let's just get the price up. Let's build the price up so I can take my profit, so I can become a millionaire. And what happens to it after that, really, who cares, right? That's the mentality. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. There is nothing at all wrong with people wanting to make money. But LUNC should not be a pump and dump. I feel, and a lot of other people feel. That's not what we want for this. And I'll tell you, age-wise, right, I'm older than a lot of people that I deal with in this community. So I should be the one that wants this price to go up really fast so I can actually make a lot of money and enjoy the rest of my life, right? I don't have as much time left as some of the rest of you. But I don't feel comfortable about that, right? Here's the thing. It's like building a building or anything else, right? You build from the bottom up. You build your foundation, you get a strong foundation, and then anything you put on that foundation will last. It will sustain, right? Going to burns first, burning all the supply off, that's like building the roof first, right? So if we built the roof and we're all holding up the roof, eventually, as people take their profits and they leave and they're done, who's left to hold up that roof? That roof comes crashing down, and what is there to support the roof? Nothing, right? Because there are no utilities. Well, the other concept, obviously, is build utility first, right? Build a strong foundation, which is what the L1 task force is doing, which is, if you talk to any developer, anyone who has experience with blockchain, anyone who has experience building a strong cryptocurrency project, right? They will tell you that you need to get the chain strong. Everything needs to be updated and upgraded. You need to make it attractive for applications, DApps, utility. You need to make it attractive for people to come and want to build on the chain. Once people, let's say that you get a bunch of people coming to build on the chain. Well, then through utility, through taxes, through whatever it is that we use, if we burn the supply at that point, people take their profits. Even if the price comes back down, it has a reason to go back up because it has utility. There's a reason for the coin or for the token. It's not just a pump and dump. So this is the reason. And I'm sorry, but that makes a lot of sense to me. Everybody that I've talked to that is a professional in this field, right? And, I've got friends, and I know you're listening to this, and who are great with finance and great with those kind of things, right? And I understand that, but I have to defer to the people who are blockchain specialists, who are cryptocurrency aficionados, who have built projects before, right? And every single one that I talk to, and I've told you before, I've got some friends who've got some friends in some really high places, places that you would never even expect. I'm talking to some people who are really up there, and they all say the same thing. You got to build a strong foundation. Utility and DApps and those kind of things, L2 stuff, is way more important than the burns up front, right? Eventually, you do have to get rid of the supply. So there is an initiative right now, and I've been asked to jump in on it, but I can't jump in on it, right, for a few different reasons. One, I'll tell you right now, I don't have near the amount of LUNC that I would like to have, right? It's been difficult for me with some other things that are going on to really build and buy as much as I would like to have. And I find that a lot of the people who are big on, oh, I'm going to burn X amount, I'm going to burn this much, I'm going to burn that much. Well, they've got a shitload of it anyway, right? The amount that they're burning is probably what I have, if not more than what I have, right? So if I'm looking to stake my LUNC as a means of getting more, increasing my bag, why would I turn around and burn a significant or even a small amount of that, which really takes me a long time to build, right? I can't afford to do it. And I think a lot of people can't afford to do it. I want to get to a certain spot, place, to make a certain amount of money, and burning my own supply isn't going to get me there. It doesn't make sense to me, right? I don't know how many other people are actually going to do that either, right? I look at it like this. Because I am involved with a lot of these developers, and I hear a lot of, I read the proposals. I see all the different ideas that there are for rebuilding this chain. I know that if we build the chain and make it strong, and the DApps and all those things come, that there's going to be a proposal, there's going to be a method, there's going to be a way that is just going to burn all the supply off in a pretty quick manner, right? There have already been some things that have been proposed. It just wasn't the right time. But do you think that these developers, that these guys, if they wanted to, couldn't find a way in short order to get rid of that supply? I bet they could. They're pretty smart, right? So if we build it, we get the DApps, we get a foundation built, right? We can get rid of the supply. And then when that happens and the supply is gone and the price is skyrocketing because we not only get rid of the supply, but because we also have utility on the chain, then everyone who threw away their own coins, you're going to want to probably be kicking yourself in the butt, right? I've had a few people tell me over the last couple of days that burning your own supply is foolish, is the word they've actually used. You don't need to do it. One, it's not really going to have any major effect. And two, we're going to be able to get rid of the supply once the priorities are taken care of, right? We've reached parity and we've got DApps coming on. We will then work on getting rid of that supply without anybody having to spend their own. So that's where I'm at with it right now. I understand there are people that vehemently disagree with that, and I respect your perspective on it. I respect your whatever you want to call it. I mean, your goals, right? Whatever your goals are. Your goals are to make money, and maybe you want to make it fast, and you want to make it quick, and you want to make it big, and I absolutely respect and understand that. But understand that when people say, no, that's not the way to do it, it's because they're looking to build a strong, sustainable chain, one that will last for years and reach those heights that it once got to. Pumping it and then watching everybody dump it and having no reason for the price to ever go back up will never, ever get you there. That's my opinion. I'm sorry if I offended anybody or pissed anybody off with it, but I had to say it. I wanted everybody to be clear on kind of where I stood on it. Now, I don't suggest that anybody listening to this has to adopt my opinion. You can tell me I'm crazy. You can feel I'm crazy. That's absolutely fine. It is my opinion and my opinion alone. I'm not giving anybody any financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not suggesting that you buy, hold, sell, burn, anything. I'm telling you that this is my perspective that was built after I did my own particular DD, right? You do yours and you figure it out for yourself. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Ciao.